It's July 21st and I'm going hunting. Yep, I may not look like I'm dressed for hunting, but I'm going to go sit in the blind this afternoon. Been getting some trail cam pictures of some really nice bucks, and with it being late July, I thought it'd be fun to spend the next couple of weeks and see if I can't get some of the deer on video for you. Now, this is one of my summer annual food plots that you've seen me working with through the various videos that I've done. You can see some here's some sun hemp right here with cowpeas growing up it, like I like to see. A little sorghum. Here you got some buckwheat growing up. Pearl millet just getting started. Some of the pearl millet's already gone to seed. But as you can see, it's a bit of a jungle. You frankly could have a herd of giraffes back there, and I don't think you'd be able to see them. So I won't be able to spend any time on the summer annual fields, although there's plenty of deer coming into it. So I'll go to the clover fields and the joint vetch fields. That's okay. I think I'll be able to find something good there. So let's go take a look. Today, as I said, I'm dressed like this. I'm going to be sitting in the box blind. Other days I'll have to put my camo on. I'll be leaning up against a tree on the vetch fields and other fields that don't have blinds, and should be interesting. Go see what we can find. So I'm going to turn the camera off and head over to a blind, and let's do an afternoon sit, see what shows up. It's July 23rd. We got 1.5 inches of rain last night, and interestingly enough, that has switched the wind around. A little front must have come through, and now the wind is from the north. Well, that kind of blows all the setups that I've got to be able to sneak up on these bucks. So now I'm sitting on the south side of about a 3-acre vetch field, and I'm going to see what comes in here this evening. Obviously, I've had to camo up a little bit, and you know, my first sit was a total bust. I sat up in a blind. I had my shorts and t-shirt on. It was really rather comfortable, but no deer. So now here's the second sit of the season, and I've had to take a different approach to it. The good news is that the temperature is not just blazing hot. It's probably only about 80 degrees, which is rather comfortable. So I got in here early so I could break the limbs out and try to turn everything around, and I want to turn the camera off now, turn it around, and see what might come into this vetch field this evening. I know I can't say it enough. Vetch is awesome. Grows big bucks. So let's see if one of those big bucks might walk into this vetch field this evening. Let's see. Well, I've been coming out for several days. This is my third trip, actually. And it's the first time I've caught any bucks out. It's kind of exciting. That's a pretty good one there.
How about this for a handsome 6-year-old? Very impressive mainframe 9-point. Of course, he's got a few extra brow tines, and I think he has 5 kickers on that 1G2. You know, you get up in the afternoon and put full camo on, sneak out, get in a blind or sit up by a tree, full camo, hot, sweaty, mosquitoes, bugs crawling up you. And sometimes all you get's about 15 seconds of video like this right here. Because yeah, you can see they're smelling me, so it's pretty easy to guess what's going to happen next.
Well, that didn't last long.
I'm on about my 6th sit right here. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt again and back in a box blind. And fortunate enough to catch this great 10-point here. 5-year-old 10-point, looking mighty darn handsome. Eating vetch, go figure.
Well, here comes a few. Naturally, they have to come out the opposite end of the field. Did I ever mention that I love vetch? Now these deer are feeding in a vetch field. Any question as to who's the boss?
And what's going on here is that I have a trail camera right there on a tree, and about 25 pounds of corn on the ground right there. So if you're wondering why all the deer have come out of the vetch field and are piled up in a little hole right there on the edge of the road, it's because there's corn right there.
But I'll tell you what, he's not the big boss here. There's another one that's a good bit bigger than him. He just didn't come out tonight. I'm going to put the camera down and look around just a little bit.
I'm back in my full camo right here, sitting at the base of a tree. Have a cutty back. If you look on the left side of one of those trees over there, you'll see the camera. And I'm about 150 yards away from these deer, and that's the one I'm after right there. Sometimes it just works out. Take a look at this buck.
Finally, I've caught one of the big ones. That's one we call turkey foot right there. He certainly qualifies as a big one. I got him on a cutty back right there. There you go. That's a fine looking 7-year-old right there. He may just crack 200. I may well be chasing him this year. No matter what he scores, he's handsome. Yeah. His running buddy's not half bad. My intention was to get up in the pine trees. I ought to have been about 50 yards from him, maybe less. As it is, I'm 150, maybe 175. I was going to get up in there close, but the thunderstorms were just right there. I was scared to death I'd get caught in a rainstorm. So I'm off a ways. Such has been my luck all summer.
Once again, the deer are all piled up right here together because there's corn in front of the cutty back camera, so that kind of keeps them all piled in together. If you'll look to the right edge of the screen there, you'll see some sun hemp. This is the very edge of about a 5-acre field that I planted in a pure stand of sun hemp to try to improve the soil. Then I'm going to terminate that sun hemp at the end of August and plant it back into clover. But right now the deer are on the corn.
What a handsome buck. How about that look? World-class whitetail right there. Well, maybe he'll walk over this way a little bit. That'd sure be a treat.
As I mentioned, my original plan was to set up about 50 yards from this spot. It would have been a fabulous video. I've been really proud of that. But there was a big storm coming, and I was afraid I was going to get caught in lightning and thunder, so I set up about 150 yards away. It's just never easy.
There's nothing easy about getting footage of these deer in the velvet.
So that concludes part one of the summer footage of these Louisiana bucks. I hope you enjoyed that. It is July the 30th. I still have a couple of weeks to get some more velvet footage. So stay tuned for part two. See what we can go find out on the farm.